while those are cooking, we're gonna go ahead and make a spot for this stuff. And we're gonna go to our map. Claim our stuff. I think that's all we gotta do, right? Yeah, we have one bee stuck out in the void, but that was before we got this guy set up. We're gonna go into our backpack. I'm gonna put these in a chest so we don't lose them. I'm also going to make us a shovel, I think. Let's go sticks. And a diamond. Okay, so we're looking pretty good. We got all diamond stuff, diamond gear. Nothing's enchanted by no means. Our potatoes are good. All of our stuff is great. Oh, wait, we need, just kidding. I'm gonna do this really fast so that, like, if we pop out on the wrong side, we're not gonna fall off. I don't wanna fall. Okay, let's go check it out. Okay, hold on. We're gonna turn that to toggle. And welcome to the Nether, I reckon. I'm just gonna kind of build it out just a little. If I'm not mistaken, yes, I do. I have brought builder's wand. I don't think it matters if we light it up, but just in case. Okay. Now, basically, what's going to happen is probably off camera. We are in a warped forest biome. And basically, I'm just going to kind of build out a bunch. Make us a little home base platform with rails around it. And just build out until we find what we need. But there's the Nether. Okay. It was such a letdown, but it's pretty cool. I like that the Nether's in the sky as well. But that means I have so many questions. So if the Nether's in the sky, does like, how do we find fortresses and stuff? Like, is that like a thing or like not a thing? I'm not for sure. Well, you're definitely gonna have to make a bunch of this stuff. But with that, let's continue on. I have no idea what all I had planned, but I do know that this lag is crazy to me. So we did get this, which now our goal is to make one of these. Yeah. Which I'll probably do that off camera because that's a lot. Plus I want our stuff to okay. I do want to get us a fluid storage. And all. But I thought there was wireless. There is. The next thing to make to allow for wireless network access is the ME wireless access point. The access point is used to open the network to the wireless access via a wireless terminal and has a set range depending on how many wireless boosters are inserted into the access point. That looks fairly simple to make, so we're just going to do it. Oh, we don't have one of these guys, but we can make one. We need ender pearls crushed up. Okay. We can do that. That's fairly simple. Okay. So let's crush up some of this. And let's look at this while that's cooking up. Allows wireless access via wireless terminal. Range and power usage is determined on the number of wireless boosters installed. A network can have any number of wireless access points with any number of wireless boosters in each one, allowing you to optimize power usage and range by altering your setup required. So I'm assuming I just plop this bad boy here. Okay. So that happened. But we need these guys. Oh wow, this stuff takes a while. Okay. I feel like I should probably get into things. What are they called? The pattern stuff, but I'm gonna have to watch some tutorials on that. And I want to get an area built for that stuff. But I also want to do a lot of other things, so you know. So, I don't know how many of these we would need, but we're going to do 10. Okay. And then we got to make another one of these. We'll go ahead and make 2 of them. Oh. Wait a minute. We need more of these. Okay. Oh. So what is it? So we want to do that one, not that one. So yeah, basically we'll just have to make this one. So we'll crush up some of these. Oh, and I guess now's a great time for me to say we do have a Discord now. That's a whole thing. And it's set up, ready to go. So if y'all would like to join Discord, it'll be in the description below for my YouTube people. I don't know how many of these. So we have to have 8 of these, and they all take 4. So we're gonna need more of this stuff for sure. So how do we get these guys again? We need the charged redstone and nether quartz. Okay. Dang it. 14. Look at that redstone now. Now that we stopped using it. I have a place for us to do this over here. we'll keep 14 of them, and we'll crush another 14. Is there a better way to do this? I mean, the crusher only gives us a 1-to-1. The inscriber gives us a 1-to-1. We can get a flux B. That gives us a bunch. Other than that, this is the quickest, so everything's a 1-to-1. So we'll go ahead and drop these in. So we just need 4 more. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm also watching the time because I gotta make sure, because at 2:45-ish, my kiddo gets off the bus. And her nanny's not feeling good. Okay. So, let's see how many more we can get. We need 1 more dust. So let's just quickly do that. I need to watch more tutorials on the AE2 setups for sure. That's actually how I got where we are right now in AE2. Is I watched a ton of tutorials. And as you can see, that thing is starting to charge. Okay. Wait. A2 Infinite Booster add-on provides 2 bespoke wireless boosters allowing for infinite connectivity range. Oh, but we need a Nether star. How? So we're gonna have to fight the Wither, but we're gonna need Wither skeleton skulls to actually do that, but I'm not for sure. We ain't even fought the End Dragon yet. How do we even do that? Oh yeah, we gotta link it. From what I was told, we have to do this. Which now has us linked. Awesome. a special spot that this sits? No. Okay. But let's go and look at our keybinds to see what button that is. So it's not bound. I'm gonna put mine on 0. So now if I hit 0, boom, we can craft things. That is awesome. So our life just got easier with that. But what else did that? The cool parts. So we went to the Nether. So we're gonna read these because I have no idea what to do in the Nether. I actually hate being in the Nether so much that I try not to even go. With 10 obsidian, we can craft the Nether portal. Light it on fire in order to start it. Then walk on through the Nether. You might notice a lack of Nether within the Nether. Hope you don't forget you're playing a Skyblock mod pack. You can build out blocks to find Nether fortresses or even just platforms for mob to spawn. Dreadful dirt works in the Nether, by the way. So we need to make a mob farm in the Nether, it sounds like. The Nether fortress are untouched. They still have the same loot, structures, and spawns. Actually, they usually have more spawns since there's nowhere else mobs can spawn. So we have to, yes, so that tells me right there that we can still do the thing and go to the Nether and find a Nether fortress. The only spawners we can find in this mod pack is the Nether fortress. We got Apotheosis, so take your Silk Touch and steal those spawners. Then you can edit it as much as you want. So we're definitely going to need a Silk Touch for that. So I think before we explore out and we try and fight the Wither, we are definitely going to want to find a Nether fortress, get a spawner, bring it back. But also, Wither skeletons will spawn in the Nether fortress. They are 3 blocks tall with 20 hearts and a stone sword. Yeah. Don't sound too scary, do they? Well, they also give you the Wither effect, which is like poison, but they do more damage and will kill you. They can rarely drop their skulls, which we'll need in order to spawn the Wither, which we already know that from vanilla. Yeah, we already know how to make the Wither spawn. I think we're gonna want Blight as well for when we do this. But this right here is a really good, I'm not sure. Let's bake a cake, an end cake. 2 cups of sugar, 1 whole egg, 3 crushed end stones, and 3 eyes of ender. Okay, so the end is perfectly normal to vanilla. I'd recommend taking a waste stone so you can teleport between each much easier. Okay, so they're going to give us waste stones once we create an end cake. The end is still exactly the same as vanilla, including the Ender Dragon. The Ender Dragon has 150 hearts and will regain health from the end crystals on the obsidian pillars. We already know about that. Once killed, she will drop scales. That's new. Tons of XP. Plus, she will open the portal and give her egg above the nest. Remember to grab it. And I'm pretty sure we're going to want to do, like, the egg on an extractor thing. Okay. So that's how we're going to get the warden. Okay, so we now know how to do... We know how to get the nether, or the wither. We can now go to the end. But I think before we go to the end or fight the nether, we need enchantments and we need to get into apotheosis really good. Because the upgrades... Our nether is a little devoid of bastions, so instead we have to craft them. I mean, you can use occultism to get them, but that's much harder than apotheosis way. So basically we'll have to get this diamond one, which we need a luminous crystal for. And we're going to need gem dust. The rest of it is pretty simple. And we're also going to need... We have nether. We can get the netherite ingot. We have plenty of that. So I think that's achievable of getting nether stuff. The netherite stuff. But I think what I want to do now is... work on power and work on the mob farm. For this side over here. I think that is a huge thing. So we got some chests. We only have 4 drawers. We're gonna need a ton more drawers for this. And I think we're gonna put those in there too. Let's do that. Oh, I still didn't make. There we go. I keep forgetting that this thing does this. We're gonna make about 16 of those, and then we're gonna come back and get some chests. What are we missing? There we go. What dyes do we have the most of? We already have blue, so we'll go ahead and do green for these chests. Okay, I think we're pretty much ready to start. I have no idea what I'm gonna do here. But I know Dreadful Dirt does Let's see what dreadful dirt. A 5x5. So right here would be where the dreadful dirt sits. One, two, three, four, five, six. Two, three, four, five, six. I think I want something like that. So that's still going to be 3 blocks tall. 1, 2, 3. That way that we're still getting Enderman. Yeah, I think I want something like this. Make this a little bit faster. I'm sorry, y'all. There we go. Yeah, I think I want something like this. I do want these to go all the way up. So we're going to do something like that. I'm going to make the top of it look a little pretty too. But let's go grab the rest of what we need. To begin with, we're going to need some coal. And we're going to need sticks. That way we can get torches. But redstone. I want one of those. And I can never remember what them things are called. They're really awesome. But it's like a redstone receiver or something like that. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, these things. Redstone links. So you can make a lightning rod. We're gonna need 6 of these. Well, we're not going to need all 6 right now because I'm not putting in the mob grinder things or anything like that. I'm just putting in fans to push them at me. So we're going to need that. Let's go ahead and grab some copper. I think, hold on. No, we can't. Okay. What's the best way to make a copper plate? So we can use the engineer's hammer. I think it's gonna be this guy. But we need steel plates to begin with. Do we have... Yeah, I kind of want to make that. That looks pretty cool. We don't have a lot of steel though. That's another thing. Okay. Which this gives us 2. And I think I want another one over here. We'll put them down like that. Now this said we needed some kind of hammer. Okay, so we can't do it that way. Diamond hammer. The only way we can do this is with the ore hammer. I don't think we actually still have an ore hammer. I think we were going to need 5 of those. We'll do 6 just to be on the safe side. And then I think it was, what, this? Yes.